This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show, dude, episode number 209.
I was waiting for 210.
210, the 209. 209, we're hanging out here with Michael Klastorin, hanging out here at the Gamble House on Moda Day, Museums of the Arroyo. And we're hanging out here with, as Joe said, 3,500 Back to the Future fans.
There's a whole bunch of them.
There is. There's Doc Brown is hanging out. You got Steve and Joe here. You're selling, of course, your awesome book. Let's do a little shill here. Is the Back to the Future the visual guy, correct?
The ultimate visual history.
The ultimate visual history. Man, how long did this take you to work on this?
30 years.
I'm done.
Start to finish, about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
And so have you always been a big Back to the Future fan?
Well, yes.
Like from the start, like you were like, this is my movie.
I would say, but I worked on Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Oh.
That's how I came to the Back to the Future family. They don't let anyone just write a book. Hey, I'm going to write a book on Back to the Future.
Hey, obviously there's a ton of people here, and so you're selling a ton of them though, right? It's good. You're spreading the word of Back to the Future.
I'm doing well. The Back to the Future spreads its own word.
Right.
New generations of fans just keep on coming.
Right. Absolutely. I see little kids dressed up as little Marty McFlys.
Yeah.
No little Biffs though.
No, I think parents want to discourage people from, biffing their kids.
So you worked on 2 and 3.
I did.
So what were your roles on 2 and 3?
Well, I was the publicist for both films.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you set out all the media stuff, or
They're every day of filming for both movies.
that is awesome. Do you have like any like a favorite moment of seeing of either 2 or 3? Like just watching me like, how did I get here?
Oh, you start off that way. I mean, the first day of shooting on part 2 was actually night, and it was the end of part 2,
right,
where Marty has disappeared into the future, Doc's celebrating, and then suddenly Marty comes around the corner and says, "Doc, I'm back."
That was the first day?
That was the first night of shooting, and I'm standing there and I'm saying, okay, I'm in Hill Valley, and there's Doc and Marty, and this is pretty damn cool.
That sounds pretty. I mean, ruin the movie magic starting at the end. At least they know where they're going, right?
Exactly.
At least at that point, you know where
worked our way backwards.
You know where you're going. And so, how many pages is your book?
Just enough.
It is ginormous. It is thick.
Let's see, it's 224 fun-filled pages.
That is amazing.
And 8 not-so-fun pages. No.
But it has a lot of pictures, so if you don't like reading, this is a perfect book for you.
But
it's a visual
worth
history.
Reading.
I mean, you can, but if
I spent a lot of time writing, so you better read.
So you better read this book.
That's right.
So and then you're involved with Joe in the Back to the Future celebration events.
Absolutely.
And so, how did you get involved with the celebration events?
Well, I had been part of the previous 2 events that Joe had done for the 25th and 30th anniversaries of Back to the Future. I helped plan some things. I helped with some promotional materials, and that's where we first got to know each other to start with.
Right.
We've become friends over the years, and in moving forward with these kind of events, we decided we'd like to do it together.
That's awesome.
So Joe's an amazing guy. His events are legendary.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who better would I want to be partners with?
And here you are signing your book on Doc Brown's lawn.
Well, I'm not going to sign anyone else's book on Doc Brown's lawn.
That might be a good gig though, if you could just sign anybody's book. But yeah, so you're signing your. I mean, how cool is that? Like,
it's very cool.
Like when you woke up this morning, were you like, "This is going to be one of the best days that I've ever seen"?
The Gamble House is a spectacular piece of history. I mean, to be here, even if no one else was here, I didn't have books, just to be at this place and to be able to explore it is exciting.
Right, absolutely. This house is, 100 and we'll call it 10 years old.
Around there.
It's around, yeah, it's amazing. So you've done the tour before? And
I've done the tour, and it's amazing every time. I don't get tired of it. But yeah, to be here and to have the additional Back to the Future fans, what could be better? It's a great day. Everyone's having tremendous fun. So there you go.
Is your house just filled with Back to the Future memorabilia, like things that almost like a museum?
Oh, heck no.
Oh no,
I have boxes of
what,
stuff.
what do you collect then? If you don't collect the Back to the Future memorabilia, like some people that I know, then what do you collect?
Well, I have the original files and things that I kept when I was working on the movie. So I have many boxes.
Right, so you don't really need
worth of stuff that are taking up space in storage. But I mean, I love Back to the Future. I appreciate Back to the Future. But I've worked on over 50 movies. If I were to keep or display stuff from every movie I worked on, would go sensory overload.
Yeah, I imagine. So is there a particular thing, a particular genre, a particular collectible that you like? Do you like collecting spoons from museums all over the world? Like what is your everyone has a thing, right?
I actually started when I was in my late teens. I started to collect movie posters, and when I was of that age, movie posters were really, really cool.
Yep, absolutely.
They were all individual pieces of art. So, starting back then, I've kept at it, and I've amassed a bunch.
So a thing we like to do, we're gonna segue this into the Milo Beasley Show Top 5, where I ask a random question, and I think you led me to a good one. Top 5 movie posters.
Ooh, I'd have studied if I knew there was going to be a test.
Oh man, pop quiz,
okay.
Hot shot.
Back to the Future.
Okay.
Classic piece of artwork.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Great Escape.
Oh. Okay.
An amazing film. Let's see. The Odd Couple with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's 3. Let's see. Chinatown. Jack Nicholson.
Okay. I can see that one.
Also another beautiful piece of art. And can I say Back to the Future 2?
You could.
There's an amazing poster for a movie called 1900 that was directed by Bertolucci.
Okay.
It's a very wonderful.
I'll have to look that one up.
Avant-garde Art Deco motif, which is just beautiful. So that's another favorite of my collection.
That is awesome. I'm going to have to look that one up. Now, Joe said you guys had some stuff in the works. He said he couldn't talk about it, but you are allowed to spill all the beans here on my show to my.
Oh, sure. So first, come on.
So, is there anything we actually can talk about, or is everything just work in progress at this point?
Everything is, we like to wait until we have things a little more concrete before we promise.
Oh, not me. I just like, hey, let's just do this.
We don't want to promise something to the fans that we can't deliver. So,
because you're some of the best fans in the world, Back to the Future fans.
Exactly.
I mean, 30 years strong at this point. 30.
Worth the wait.
So, yeah, anything else before we wrap up? Where can we find you on the social media? Where can folks find your book?
Well, you can find my book on Amazon. There's a bunch of people selling it, including me sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm on Facebook. I'm around Twitter.
Yep.
All the usual places.
All the usual places. Just Google yourself.
Stop and say hi.
All right. Yeah. So, anything else before we wrap up? Before we head out and hang out with the guys. It's almost like we have a live studio audience here. We'll start taking questions.
Isn't it? Oh no, they're not paying me enough for questions.
Right, so.
You already used up the budget.
So guys, thank you for watching episode 209 or 10 of the Milo Beasley Show, and we'll see you guys next week.
or in the future.
Now, do you just get to text Bob Gale on like a daily?
I can,
That's-
but I don't.
Oh.
I refrain.
I would.
You know, I do ask him a lot of questions though, because I'm like, Bob, sorry to bother you, but is it air cold or damn cold?